So today's session of Mindset Mondays is around developing willpower. Now, I don't know about you, but sometimes I'll look at other people doing really hard things and they make it look so easy. And sometimes I sit there and think to myself, well, what's wrong with me? Why can't I stick to this thing that I'm trying to do? I can't stick to a diet, I can't stick to this. And over the last few years, it's really caused me to research this, read books on it, and understand it. Now, willpower is the mental strength to give yourself a command and then follow through. That's what it is. It's the ability to say, I want to do that. It's hard. It gives me ultimately what I want, but I'm still going to be able to do it anyway. That's what willpower is. Now, some call it self-discipline, some call it self-belief. There's many different things at play here. But if we keep it simple to willpower, remind yourself that willpower is what gets you out of bed to exercise on the days when it's cold and you don't want to. It's that thing that enables you to say no to a burger and eat the salad when you're on a weight loss goal. It's the thing that enables you to put in that extra effort at work when you really don't want to because you want to get that promotion. That's what we're talking about here. Developing our ability to do the thing that we know we want to do that ultimately gets us what we want. Now, I think there's actually two things to really know about willpower. The two most basic things that I know about it. Your will is like a muscle. It's not do you have it or do you not have willpower. It's how strong is it? Everyone is born differently. Some people are born genetically with strong willpower. Some people have a upbringing where it's just drilled into them. And then other people, it just seems to come easily and they have to develop it later in life. But I want you to think of your will as a muscle, like an arm muscle. If I took my right arm and I just kept lifting weights day in, day out, every day for 3 months, and my left arm, I put it in a sling and stopped using it. I didn't exercise it at all. In 3 months' time, I'd have a very, very strong right arm, hopefully, and my left arm would be basically weak and lethargic. It wouldn't be able to do much. Our will is essentially the same way. It's not do you have it or it's are you exercising it? Are you doing hard things that challenge you, that help you grow so that you can get to the position that you want? I used to think that it was just either you had it or you didn't. And then I started doing hard things. I started doing things like having cold showers. I started doing affirmations each day. There's multiple ways in which you can build your willpower, and I'm going to go through a few of them. Number one, meditation. It's been proven through brain scans that even doing just 5 minutes of just sitting there focusing on your breathing helps grow the part of your brain that enables you to have impulse control. It's been proven, it's scientifically proven. You can do multiple things. Anything that you consider hard. You can have a 2-minute shower. You can walk 5 minutes every day. It's not so much about whether you do these things or not. It's if you do them often and repetitively over time. If you meditate for 20 minutes one day and then don't do it for a month, it's the same as going to the gym for 20 minutes and not going for the rest of the month. Your mind is a muscle and it needs to be exercised. It needs to be grown through activities that cause it to grow. So you can do meditation, you can do exercise, you can do anything that causes you to grow, to go outside of your comfort zone. Number two, the other thing that I like to think is about will is most people use it like a blunt force object. They try and just force themselves to do things. It's like they're trying to force a river to go in a certain direction. Now, as soon as you get tired, as soon as you can't be bothered, you don't feel like it, guess what? That force is going to go away and you're just going to go back to how things were. When I quit smoking, what I had to realize is that our mind thinks in pictures. And that's what we operate from. It's like when you're doing IKEA furniture. You've got a picture, a way, something that you can see in your mind that you can execute. Now, if you've got no picture, it's really, really hard. It's really, really hard to do that thing. For me, I was a smoker for 14 years. One of the things I did that enabled me to quit smoking was I had to figure out what does it look like if I'm not a smoker anymore. I had to figure out what that image is because I didn't have one. In my mind, it looked like I was a loser and my friends wouldn't hang out with me anymore. It looked like I was going to fail. I'd be anxious all the time. I had to build a new image in my mind that I wanted. One of the things I did, sat in the car every time before I got out of the car before work. I used to turn right, sit down, have a smoke when I came out of the lunchroom. All I saw in my head was I walk out of the lunchroom and I turn left. I walk out of the lunchroom and I turn left. I built a new image that my mind could actually action. Our mind thinks in pictures, also thinks in time, but for this exercise, it thinks in pictures. And it's really hard for us to do something that looks painful, that we don't have an image of, that feels unfamiliar. One of the first things that you can do to start building that new neural pathway to develop is to see an image, something that feels desirable, something that feels really good. I imagined turning left, walking over, clocking on to work, and then saying to myself, I am strong, I am powerful, I've got this every day. Now, there's lots of different things you can do to develop your willpower, but we're going to go into some journaling exercises now to strengthen our will and challenge it a little bit. So I hope you're ready for something a little bit challenging here. If you've got a pen and paper, just write down on the top Mindful Mindset Mondays and developing willpower. If you're doing it on a device like a computer, you can do the same thing, open a new page, new document, and you can do it that way as well. Personally, I like writing, but each their own. Now, just to demonstrate what it feels like and looks like to do something that you're not familiar with, that you haven't practiced, that you haven't developed the neural pathways for, what I want you to do is write the number one for our first journaling prompt. And then what I want you to do is I want you to switch your pen from your dominant hand to your non-dominant hand. And if you're on a keyboard right now, what I want you to do is cross your hands over like this. And now I want you to write out your full name. And I want you to write it out 2, 3 times. Just noticing how your mind instantly goes, oh, I don't want to do this. This feels awkward, feels uncomfortable, feels less efficient. Whatever comes up, but just focus on it. We'll aim for writing it out 5 times. And once you're done with this exercise, just give me a thumbs up emoji, or if you're on screen and want to do it. Thanks, Ricardo. Appreciate it. I'm just noticing how that felt for you. Did it feel easy? Did it feel challenging? That's what growth feels like. Now, if it was very easy for you, awesome. Maybe you're a little bit ambidextrous, or maybe you've done it multiple times. But I always remind myself that if it was easy to have the things I want, everyone would do it. I never want to go to the gym. People see me going to the gym 3 times a week. Like, oh, you must really. I don't want to go. I want the feeling I get afterwards. That's what I want. The same with, I don't want to eat the salad. I want to eat the burgers. I want to eat the pizza. But I don't want the results that that gives me. That's where willpower comes into. Now, second question for our journaling thing here. I want you to bring to mind all the instances that you can think of in the past that demonstrate that you have willpower. A lot of the people say that they don't have willpower, then it's like they'll tell me that, oh yeah, they completed uni, they finished high school. Did they want to? No, but they did it anyway. They've been to a gym, they've signed up to a gym, they've done something hard. So I want you to right now write out the sentence, I displayed willpower when and just follow on. I displayed willpower when I got up out of bed every day the last month to go to work. I displayed willpower every time I've went to the gym. I've displayed willpower each time I've held back on yelling at someone when I really wanted to. Maybe you did something hard. Maybe you moved overseas. Maybe that was difficult and challenging. Maybe you left a relationship when you knew in your heart you didn't love that person anymore and you knew it was the right thing to do. Wasn't easy, but you knew it was the right thing to do. Maybe it took willpower to get on this call. Maybe you did a course. Maybe you started a new business. Maybe you quit a job. Awesome. Once you feel like you've got a few answers that you're happy with, just give me a thumbs up so I know to move on to the next one. Thanks, Vicky. Thanks, Jonathan. Thanks, Sarah. Thanks, Ricardo. Beautiful. All right, we'll move on to question number three. I want you to have a think for a moment. Thanks, Michelle. Thanks, Sarah. What is it that you want to develop a stronger will for so that you can do? What is it that you want to feel in control of right now? Maybe it's, you want to go to bed earlier. You want to be in bed by 8 o'clock. Maybe you want to get up early and go to the gym. Maybe you want to study a course that you've been putting off. And I want you to answer it by saying, I want to use my willpower to. I want to use my willpower to. And then think of the thing that you want. Maybe it's a New Year's resolution to quit smoking, to stop drinking, to get to the gym more, to go on more dates this year. Whatever it is. Something that you know you want to do that moves you towards where you want to be. And try and keep it as simple as you can if you want. Doesn't have to be huge. Could just be that you want to drink 2 liters of water each day. For me, I really want to stick to my nighttime routine. I've been a bit lax over the last few weeks. And I definitely notice that, not reading and doing my writing and journaling each night consistently has had an effect. And I want to get that back on point, especially going into the new year. But whatever you've written down, that's perfect. And just give me a thumbs up when you got something. Thanks, Vicky. Thanks, Ricardo. Beautiful. Thanks, Michelle. Now, number four, as our mind works in images, I want you to write a brief description of what it looks like in the lead up to taking that desired action. Not the action, the lead up. So if you're going to be going to the gym, what happens in the lead up? Do you lay your clothes out in the morning? Do you go to bed nice and early so that you've got time to do it? What has to happen in the lead up, or do you see happening in it? And you can answer this by saying, to do my desired outcome, which is to go to the gym each morning. In the lead up, I see myself. And just write, what do you see? For me to go to bed, I see an alarm going off at 7:15 that reminds me to go brush my teeth, talk to my partner about anything I need to, so that we're not talking all night, and then getting into bed at 8 p.m. With my teeth brushed, my face moisturized, any little details that you can put in there. But what can you see yourself doing in the lead up? If it's not drinking, what are you doing in the lead up? It could be as simple as going up to the bar. I can see myself ordering a mocktail. I can see myself drinking water. I can see myself beforehand telling myself it's okay. My friends will understand. Now, for some of these, there'll be a lot of things that you see. For some things, it might be really simple. But I want you to just honor that you want to make this change and just write down anything that comes to mind that might happen in the lead up. For me, going to the gym, sometimes if I don't have my clothes set out and I don't have the workout planned, it's enough for me not to go. But when it's there, it's in my diary, it's in the calendar. I've got the food, I've got my banana for my protein shake. For some reason, I didn't have a banana one time and I was like, that's it, I'm not going. I was like, okay, I've got to make sure I've got so silly, but got to have bananas in the house. I can see Ricardo nodding along there. He knows what I'm talking about. Same with Vicky. Beautiful. Now, question number 5, and I absolutely love this one. Write a brief description of what it looks like and make it desirable while you're taking the desired action. So you can write this by saying, while taking this action, I can see myself. If you're on the way to the gym, I can see myself in the car, giving myself a high five, being really proud that I'm on my way. I can see myself going through the door. I can see myself lifting the weights. I can see myself feeling the burn. It's nighttime. I can see myself reading intently with a smile on my face, feeling calm. Helps if you add some emotions in there too. Feeling proud, feeling energized, feeling powerful. Write down whatever comes to mind. I don't know why, but for me, I always write feel attractive. Like I know that I'm following through on what I said. I'm attractive in every sense to other people, to the kind of clients I want. I feel in vibrational harmony with my higher self. Now, it might sound woo-woo for you. That's just something that works for me. Whatever works for you. If you're religious, feel like you're honoring God. Spiritual, feel like you're honoring the universe. Whatever comes to you. Ah, beautiful, guys. Great work. Now, we are going to jump into our meditation segment of today's session. So what I want you to do is just first of all, give yourself a pat on the back for answering those questions. You've come along on a Monday. Maybe you didn't know what you were getting yourself into. Maybe you've been here before. But well done for being here. It's not easy showing up for yourself. You're working on your mindset. You're putting in the effort. That's fantastic. I think, celebrating your wins and just showing up is just so important for building that great self relationship. And after that, I want you to stretch out a little bit. Like meditation, if you're uncomfortable, makes it harder, which might aid the growth. But if you can stretch out and just get yourself nice and ready, because we're going to be sitting still and in one position for a little while. So if you need to just get up and move, if you spend the entire time sitting there going, damn, I'm uncomfortable, that's not as much fun. So whatever you need to do, I like to move around, just give you guys permission to move as much as you want. You don't have to do anything crazy, but just getting ready, nice and comfortable. And I'm going to play some music through the speakers. So just taking a moment to get yourself nice and comfortable, nice and relaxed. Beautiful. Just taking a moment now to arrive as much as you can into stillness, making any final adjustments that you need to, moving your shoulders, and just feeling yourself settling in for today's session. And as you're sitting here, just giving yourself permission to let go of anything that's on your mind, anything from before the call, anything for after. Just giving your mind complete permission to be here now. Once you feel that you're getting nice and still, I want you to just take a deep breath in through your nose. And as you exhale out through your mouth, just gently closing your eyes and feeling yourself fully arrive into this moment. Now we're going to start today's session with around 5 minutes of breathing, where every time you inhale, you breathe in through your nose, into your stomach, into your chest, feeling your body expand like there's a hook on the top of your head pulling you towards the ceiling. And then when you breathe out, out through your mouth, just letting it all out without any force, just letting it go and just letting your body relax down. For every inhale and exhale, we're going to make one count all the way up to 10. And then once we finish, starting back at 1. And if you lose count at any point, just starting back at 1. But I'm going to do the first 4 breaths with you and then let you continue on by yourself. Focusing on the inhale and counting and the exhale. We'll do our first inhale deeply through our nose in 3, 2, 1. Breathe in all the way in. That's 1. Breathe out all the way out. And that's 2. Breathe in all the way in, nice and deep. That's 3. Breathe out all the way out. That's 4. Breathe in all the way in. That's 5. Breathe out all the way out. That's 6. Now continue on by yourself. Gently letting go of your counting, just allowing your breath to return to a natural rhythm. And just noticing how you found that exercise. Was it easy, hard, calming? Just noticing. Whatever experience you had, that is completely perfect. And now we're going to use our will to be the active creator of our life by generating images through our imagination to convey our wants to our mind. What I want you to do is decisively choose what it is that you want to do from here until you go to bed tonight. I want you to go through all the activities you want to see yourself do. See yourself doing whatever you would do when this call ends at 8:35. See your desired nighttime experience all the way up until you go to sleep. Just taking the next minute to visualize that. And as you can see yourself hopping into bed, falling asleep, I want you to imagine that you can see yourself waking up tomorrow morning. I want you to move all the way through your morning until lunchtime. How you want yourself to behave, what you want to do, even seeing the energy and attitude that you're doing it with. Start by noting what time you woke up and go on all the way till lunch. Just gently seeing yourself arriving at lunchtime, feeling proud of yourself, feeling good. And I want you to just take deep breath in through your nose, breathe out through your mouth, just gently letting go of the images, taking another deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. As you slowly just come back into your body, into the space where you are right now, with another deep breath in Noticing the feeling of your body, breathing out. And now just bringing some gentle motion into the body. You can wiggle your fingers, you can wiggle your toes, move your neck from side to side, stretch out. Just move in any way that feels gentle to bring yourself back into the space. And when you feel ready, you can open your eyes. Welcome back, guys. Amazing work. And just taking a moment if you need to just write down anything if it came to you. Just sit with yourself. If you don't want to come back into the space, that's okay. Whatever you want to do, it's up to you. Now, the way that these sessions work is I do end the recording part, but I stay on for the next 10, 15 minutes just to chat and just if you want to talk about your experience or anything. And if willpower is something that you really want to work on, you really want to make some shifts and changes in your life, I am a mindset coach. My focus is on helping people identify their purpose, build habits and systems and processes to achieve those goals. It's really important, I think, in this day and age to know that it's never been easier to win. Never has. Like we've got access to everything. Just having a phone, you've got access, the ability to access all the information, so many different resources, but it's never been harder to focus. Your attention is the most valuable commodity in the world. Everyone is fighting for it. If you're on social media, the algorithm, everything is using trickery, using the colors that you like, using everything the algorithm is designed. It's never been easier to win, but it's never been harder to focus. And, for me personally, having a mentor, having a coach, someone to guide me through the mess and the noise that is all around us, it's very noisy at the moment. And just having someone to guide you, it's just invaluable. You don't have to second guess yourself. You got someone keeping you accountable. And, it's worked so well for me. That's why I love what I do. I love helping people achieve their fitness goals, their career goals, their relationship goals. But I do think that it really does come down to building skills through habits and building the right mindset through filling your mind with the right information. So yeah, if that's something you want to work on, please do reach out to me on Meetup. You can also add me on Facebook, Instagram, David Keith Turner on all the socials. I post a lot of videos on there. So if you want to go see me say some weird things and more information like this, feel free to follow along. But I will end the recording